Right, welcome to the third round of the historic F3 Cup, hosted by Sim Racing Online. We are halfway through the season, or we will be when we finish this race. Apologies for the track map there. It seems to be doing some weird things. It's just hiding in the corner of the overlays there. Thank you for the moral support. I'm going to need it. This track is very small, but it's going to be very vigorous. There's not a lot of break. And we've got a 60-minute race ahead of us. So it's going to be frantic. And we are expecting, I know I always list the number of drivers that are signed up. 16 drivers have signed up. I'm going to estimate there's probably going to be 10 of us. But looking at the championship so far, I'm in 4th place, a very close 4th place. The top 3 are, if they make no mistakes, they run away with it. I think Gert Jan van Oosh, I think that's how they pronounce the name, they are pretty much running away with the championship because they've got 2 wins so far. Let's have a look at the schedule. Schedule. So, it's a 6-round championship. We'll be halfway through when we finish this. We've already done the first round at Albi in France. The second round was at Castle Combe in the UK. And now we're at Putnam Park in the USA. Round 4, we head to a very tight track, which is going to be very similar to this track, but a lot more elevation and a lot tighter as well. Based in the 1960s Crystal Palace. Race 5 is Simmons Plains, so we're going across to the US again. And then the last round will be the Österreich Ring in Austria. Now, this championship is bi-weekly. So, it's kind of merged, well, it's not merged, but it switches with a championship that happens on Tuesday as well, which I'll be doing. Simmons Plains is actually not in the US, it's actually in Australia or New Zealand, I can't remember which. But it's over that side of the world, I got it wrong. Never mind. So I've done a little bit of practice. I'm trying my best not to grip the wheel so tight. Because, yeah, it's going to be vigorous. I just want to stay out of trouble. There's a lot of runoff, so the only time you're really going to hit any barriers is if you really get it wrong in the last corner. So, let's turn on the crew chief.
Radio check. Spotter radio check.
And let's go to the cockpit. Right, see my little booties there. So, right, so we need a timing box. We want to auto-cycle with that. We want the tower, and we want the qualifying box. Whew, right, I don't think there's anything left for me to do. I've got my teammate in the race today. My teammate is 9th in the championship. I think they are finding these cars quite difficult, as am I. I've had a couple of shocking rounds. I'm just experimenting with the power and the coast at the moment. So I'm trying to see whether the coast taking the corner and lifting the throttle. That's probably why I've got lift off oversteer. That means I can turn on the throttle.
The guy behind has just done a 121.24.
Okay. Let's get out on track. It's quite an old track, this track came out quite a while ago. What I will do, before I forget, try and turn up the sounds. There we go. Hopefully that makes a difference to the external sounds, but we'll see. 60 miles per hour in pit lane. It's 60 kilometers an hour. Very slow pit lane.
Pit exit's clear.
I seem to have a good fight with the same people. I've actually got to
The guy behind has just done a 121.11.
the overlays on the driving camera as well. Bear with me. That's better. Now see what's going on. Watch out for go behind. So we have there's a couple of people that we have a lot of battles with on track, and they are just behind me in the championship.
The guy behind has just done a 121.00.
So if we can do a 120, what I'm trying to do is have a bit of an oversteery car, because that maybe balances out once the tyres are worn a little bit, or maybe it will get worse. These breeze blocks for tyres do take a little bit of time to warm up.
6th place.
The leaders are doing 118s and 119s. So, and if you get behind, it's going to be a very difficult place to pass, I think. You're going to need to have a lot of time in hand to be able to get an overlap. But there are definitely turns where if you're slow off them, someone's going to have you into the next. So this one's a bit deceptive. You can actually accelerate quite early off of it. Let me know if my audio balance is okay. My teammate has just entered the server. I had a fantastic battle.
That's your best lap in the session. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.3 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.2 off the pace.
At Castle Combe 2 weeks ago, I seemed to be able to hold some of the faster guys up. But once they got by, I just kept making mistakes and ended up a very distant.
Sector 1 is 0.40 off the pace.
I seem to make a good start, better than everybody else, so no guarantee this round though. I mean, if you can get a good exit off the final turn, you've got a chance into turn 1. But a lot of these corners you can really be defensive without even being defensive. It's just a matter of how you enter the corner and how you come out the corner. It's a very short
That's
lap.
your quickest lap.
I don't know, I just did a 120.2 then. But something I really haven't got used to is the fact that because these cars have got very low power, you've got to keep momentum.
You're a 10th off the pace in sector 1.
And I end up forgetting that. Because you can just roll these cars into the corner as long as you keep them meet the average speed up. So I'm trying my best to kind of not touch brakes to lose momentum if I don't have to.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
And you definitely can't be
P4, sector 3 time is fast.
twitchy on the throttle at 119.3. So I'm definitely not carrying enough speed through turn 1. Bit of the rhythm, although I fucked it there. I don't know if those setup changes really made a difference, to be honest. I think I am going to be
You've just
suffering.
done a 119.42.
When the tyres wear down a bit, so. But I think when you but be very careful that you can go into these corners very,
You're
very
2/10 off the pace in sector 1.
fast and end up just running your fronts across the track.
The leader's just done a 118.11.
118.1. Well, I'm a second off the leaders. I always
Sector 2
carry
is 0.8 off the pace.
race. Sector 2 is the hardest part for me. I always carry race fuel when I practice.
That's your fastest lap today. That lap was a 119.30.
And if I can do a 119, in the race. I've just got to be very careful and relax at the wheel. Never guarantee whether the people that are doing those times are on race fuel. They probably are. This makes me look bad. This corner seems to go on forever. It's got a slight lift or rise, a bit of elevation at the corner X, which makes it difficult to get on the throttle.
Sector 1 is 0.46 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.27 off the pace.
I'm always trying to play with how I'm driving this car, whether I'm turning it on the throttle or and meeting that apex would be really beneficial.
The guy behind has just done a 119.50. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. That's your best lap in this session. Sector 1 is 0.27 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 times okay.
At the beginning of those curves, it's brutal. It really does put your unsettle the car. Locked up then, stepped on the brake too hard. If I could only meet this apex and get a good exit. That's going to be in a killer on the tyres.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
I think last time it wasn't tyre wear that got me. I'd flat spotted my tyres because I'd spun a couple of times.
The car ahead has just done a 118.31. Alright Neil, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Sector 1 is 0.31 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. You're 0.2 off the pace in Sector 3.
That made the wheel shake a bit.
20 minutes to go.
But the one of the leading cars 2 weeks ago.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
Made a full start. Then they had to go and do a stop and go. Basically, it made us all look foolish because he came back through the field and got back to second place. Well, there was a little debate with the track limits abuse.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
A lot of people were really just cutting the chicane.
The car in front's lap time is a 118.25. Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.7 off the pace. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 3. That was a 119.54.
I'm a second away from third place. And I'm in fourth place. It's a huge gap between the top three and the rest of us.
Sector 1 is 0.38 off the pace.
I always tend to turn too late for that corner. It's quite important because it gets onto a little short straight. "10 minutes till quali." Struggle with this corner. How deep to go into it? Whether it's a wide line to a shallow.
Sector 1 is 0.38 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 3. Your lap time was a 119.37.
I don't know if there's any chicanes that people can abuse this time.
Sector 1 is 0.36 off the pace.
At some point I do wish I had a bit more setup knowledge to be able to adjust a few more parts of the car. I mainly just tweak the tyre pressures sometimes. But I wish I could get my head around camber. It's still like a mystery to me.
117.67.
117. This is taking the piss now.
Your lap time was 119.77.
It's like they've got a turbo boost, doesn't it? I mean, perhaps they're leaning on the tyres a little more, doing quality laps to...
Sector 1 is 0.49 off the pace. The car ahead has just done a 119.11.
I sometimes feel that
Okay,
I'm
Neil,
always
15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
to go in the pits. I forgot.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
Gonna miss our pit box so that we can look at our tyre pressures. Let's have a look. What have we got? Ooh. So that one's overinflated. Let's reduce that. Let's reduce that. How much fuel for 10 minutes? How much fuel for 10 minutes?
For 10 minutes. We should need 6 litres. The car in front has just done a 118.85.
I don't know what it is that they found. It's not like blocking radiators or something. I have no idea about dampers at all.
The car in front has just posted a 118.89.
No idea. I've got 5 minutes to a quali. Go and take this set up for a spin.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line.
I apologise in advance for the trackside cameras. There's really not a lot I can do about that. Some of them are a bit dodgy. See, I always thought the lower the ride height...
The track temp's increasing. It's now 27 Celsius.
The more stable a car was, the lower to the ground, lower centre of gravity, means it rolls around less. Maybe got that completely wrong.
P6. Sector 1 is 0.36 off the pace.
All kinds of out of shape.
Okay, Neil, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
It's not 10 minutes though, because I'm going to quali in 2 minutes.
Sector 2 is 1.9 seconds off the pace.
It's certainly a handful.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
It is certainly a handful. Oh. Three minutes to a quali. Oh. We've got lots of red cars, lots of white cars, and lots of yellow cars. There is a limited amount of paint jobs in this mod. Look how many laps I've done. 23. 117.6. Feels so far away. Let's just hope I can put things together. In the main event, 60 minutes. 60 minutes. So we did take down the right high a couple of clicks. 6.5 to 7. I don't think I should change my race setup. Reset VR. It says changing the race setup. I mean, I'll give it a go in warm-up, but... Right.
That's the end of the session. B6.
Quality setup. Set VR. Reset VR. Reset VR.
Okay, mate, I'll spot. Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Okay, Neil, we've got 9 minutes to get the job done.
So we've got Michael LaBelle in front of us.
Car right. You are clear on the right.
Doing a fast out lap to get all the tyres all nice and warmed up. Just don't lock them up. Right, we want a banker 119 if possible. Missed the apex. Not a lot of understeering.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
I presumed that the faster cars are going to be going in faster. 118.
P2. Sector 3 is 0.26 off the pace.
Still not getting out of that corner like I'd like. We're up on our split time. Running a little wide. See if we can get a better exit.
Sector 2 is 0.35 off the pace.
Gained a chunk of time in that corner, but lost it in the next one. Oh. I didn't mean to.
P3.
Hit that curve there. It set me up for the next corner. Ken is giving us a nice tow down the main straight.
Okay, Neil, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 1.
Got it all wrong now. I got too greedy on entry.
Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace. P4.
Right side. Clear on the right.
I'm so scared they wouldn't be able to gather it all up. For the next turn. Going up behind my teammate.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
I think my lap was probably a draft assisted.
That's your best lap in this session. You're 2 tenths down in sectors 1 and 3. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Oh, I tried too hard into that corner.
Left side, clear left.
Ken touched the grass on that outside and he was freewheeling all the way to the line.
Sector 3 is 1.2 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.47 off the pace.
Ben. Oh, I followed
Right
him.
side, clear right.
I got fixated. I was 2/10 off my personal best anyway, so.
Okay, Neil, 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
I don't think I'm going to get over the line for another lap. So. That's it.
That's the end of the session, P4. Watch your speed.
Tyre info. There we go. 4th place. It was where I wanted to be. Oh, god damn. 1 second off pole. And that was my fastest lap time of the weekend. I don't know whether I got a draft down the main straight at all. But yeah. Right, let's change to extended battle. Okay. Let's set the starting order. And let's have a look at it. So, as expected, those top 3 are just fast. Ludus was the pole sitter last week. I had a good battle with Mikal there. I've qualified down in 4th. We only have 11 runners. I was hoping we would at least get the 16 that was signed up, but 11 runners. And my teammate down in 9th there. But, whew, that was energetic. Energetic. Energetic indeed. But I couldn't have hoped for anything more than that, I don't think. It was... There's no pit stops in this race. I'm going to put the positions gained and lost to see if that actually has an effect. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm just hoping that I survive. Qualifying box on. No, we don't want a qualifying box. We want an extended battle box. Because that should give you an idea of who I'm around at the time. We've also got to make sure that we select our driver. Right, let's make sure that our race setup is loaded. I'm putting 37 litres in. 37 litres. I mean, I'd maybe prefer the Nissan races that we do on a Tuesday bi-weekly. If they were 60 minutes and this was a 45. Because these cars in a 60-minute race is so vigorous. But we've got some tracks coming up that do have times to take a little bit of a break down the straights. Particularly the last round at Oostenrijkring.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
That is going to be a very heavy momentum track. I seriously doubt we're going to be changing down too many gears to go through some of the corners. It's just going to be keeping momentum up, not scrubbing the tyres across the track. But yeah.
The guy behind has just done a 118.31.
If I can do some 119s in the race,
leader has just done a 118.26.
I'll be pleased. But 120s, I think, might be my target to consistently do. I don't want to overdo it at the start, especially with a lot of cars around. Right, so where will I finish? Where will I finish? There's a channel prediction for you. I know it's got top 10 there, because I could get a top 11. But if it's a top 11, I'll call it a top 10. Interesting. Top 3, eh? Top 3 in a prediction. I mean, last time I made a rocket start and ended up the second in the first few corners from fourth. We'll just have to see whether we can.
That's the end of the session. U5.
Don't think we're going to be rolling back because it's pretty much a flat start straight.
— 60 minutes. P4. Okay, Neil. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble.
Right. Wish me luck.
Go.
Okay, mate, no problem. I'll do the spotting. Right side's clear.
P2.
Okay, mate, I'll stop spotting. Okay, I'll do the spotting.
I was just double checking.
Car left. Still with you. You are clear on the left.
The gap to Gutierrez behind is increasing. It's now 4.3 seconds. B6.
Car right, clear right.
5.
Whoa.
Car left. Left side's clear.
It's got to remind myself not to stab the throttle. Faster than the guy in front.
Car on your right. Right side's clear.
Fucked it. Oh, I was
On your
lucky.
right side's clear.
The seas parted. That corner completely wrong. We were faster than the guy in front.
P4. Gutierrez has just retired from the race. The gap ahead is now 2.5 seconds. behind has now decreased to 2.9 seconds.
And it's sod's law, isn't it? But obviously I made that mistake in turn 1. And if I hadn't have made that mistake in turn 1, I would have been the one collecting Ken when they span the last corner. So, how about that? Good fortune. Gotta take it where you can get it. I think when Michael behind gets close, I'm probably just going to let him by. Maybe you can open a door to the guy in front. Push him off line. Kill his momentum. Just a second to him on that lap. Struggling around this corner.
There's a guy on your right. Clear on the right.
did lose a bit too much time letting him through, to be honest. I think he would probably like, "Will you let me through?" or what? I don't know. I just didn't want to go too wide at turn 1.
P5. The car ahead has just done it on 17.44.
I mean, he's a second and a half faster than me. It's just that this track is very hard to pass on. Couldn't get past. He was very lucky to get away with that. It's kind of a pity, you know, we would have been in like a clear second and third place. But,
You've just done a 119.48.
but it is what it is. I haven't got onboard brake bias, bugger. Come on, Ben, you could have held him up more than that.
The gap to jogger behind is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
Just hope I catch Ben in the right place.
The gap in front is now 3.2.
On your right side's clear.
Thanks, Ben. Oh dear. Got it all crossed up.
Alright Neil, you're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel. Okay, Neil, you've used half your fuel. You're reeling this car in. The gap's now 1.9.
Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm deep in concentration.
That lap time was 1:19.02.
Can definitely do with a drink after this.
That lap was a 1:19.44. We're seeing minor wear on the fronts. That lap time was 1:19.25. in front is now 3.1. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes. Last lap time was at 1:19.03. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Front is now 3.2. That was 1:19.41. 15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. That lap was at 118.85. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. The gap in front is now 2.0 seconds. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Actually, I'm getting huge understeer in the last turn, which is annoying because that's the probably the only place to set up a pass.
You've just done a 119.24.
Not good enough. I mean,
That last lap was a 118.80.
I can see that he's weak in the last corner. He's got a lot of understeer too. As usual, I'm running out of time.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. The gap ahead is now 1.8.
More of those, please. More of those mistakes.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes. One more lap to go.
car on your right side. Clear right.
Damn it.
P5. That's the end of the race. We'll get him next time.
Oh. A race of what could have been.
On your left. He's still there. Clear left.
What could have been. I had a second place. I got punted up the rear, which knocked me down to about 6th. There could have been much more, because I think we had made a break for it. So, oh, what could have been? What could have been? Right, okay, let's have a look at the finishing order. If I can find the finishing order. There we go, session results. Let's have a look. So, Ludus got another win. Well, no, that's actually his first. He's been a little bit sporadic, but finally got one of the wins. Michael was the chap that we were having a battle with at the first half of the race, unfortunately. Gave me a bit of a punt, but he let me by, which was cool. But the damage was already done, and I was down the order. And it was just too hard to pass. And then I let Michael by. But lost too much time to Tony in the process and had to pretty much just do qualifying laps all the way into the end. So, yeah, what could have been? What could have been? But at least I beat one of the people that I'm fighting in the championship with. Because Tony is quite far down the championship, but Ken Jagger isn't. So at least I finished ahead of Ken. But the top three have a scintillating pace. Scintillating pace. Whew! Right. What comes next? What comes next? In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be heading to Crystal Palace. So it's probably going to be more of the same. It's going to be very difficult to pass there because there's no real long straights. There's a lot of elevation change. So I would imagine that a lot of people are going to get very, very impatient if they're stuck behind a slower car. There's really only one, maybe two passing places, but we will see. We will see. And that's in 2 weeks' time on the 21st of May. We got race 5 at Simmons Plains over in it's either Australia or New Zealand, I can't remember which. And then we head to Austria for the Österreich Ring, which should be like the 1970s version of the Red Bull Ring. So yeah, whew, I am sweating. I am sweating. Right, what we've got coming up in 2 days' time on Tuesday, we've got the Nissan 370Z Championship, and round 3 of that will head to the Red Bull Ring. Coincidence. So that should be fun. There's a lot of long straights on that. So whether or not we can get, we've had quite top form there, or in these cars in the past. So we will see. We will see. But maybe other people have got better pace than I will. But I seem to be going good in the Nissans. But anyway, I'm off to take this headset off because I am absolutely drenched in sweat. I said it was going to be energetic, and it was. It was a lot. But thank you for watching. We're going to have a bite to eat. I probably might be back in about an hour or so. And we're probably going to do, if I'm not too spent, we'll do some GTA RP. But other than that, that was a hell of a race. I'll watch through it again and see what happened, but I didn't think I'd brake too early. I was trying to be very careful in the early stages, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Maximum I think I would have got is 4th, but hey ho. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me do the channel points. What did we get? We got a top 5, didn't we? Unfortunately, no one chose a top 5. I was in the top 3 for a bit, so apologies. Nearly there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.